This isn't a dystopian movie. This is the reality of Miami today, a city with a reputation for glamour and endless parties, but also home to one of the worst homelessness crises in the United States. Addicts lie beneath billboards advertising million-dollar condos. Piles of trash sit across the street from sleek contemporary art galleries. Miami is a living paradox, a city full of light, yet burdened with long shadows. Today, we're taking you into the other side of the Magic City, where hope and hardship collide, and the line between paradise and collapse is razor thin. But before we dive into the darker side of Miami, let's take a look at the face this city usually shows to the world. Located at the southeastern tip of Florida, Miami earned its nickname, the Magic City, because of its explosive, almost miraculous growth in the early 20th century. It rose out of the swamps and quickly transformed into a cosmopolitan hub within just a few decades. Despite its hot, humid tropical climate and the constant threat of hurricanes, Miami continues to attract millions of tourists every year. With its white sand beaches, clear blue skies, and rows of swaying palm trees, the city looks like a slice of paradise on American soil. From the outside, Miami is known for its glamour, luxury nightclubs, private yachts, celebrities surfing the waves, and parties that never seem to end. This image builds the narrative that Miami is the ultimate escape from the grind of daily life. And what about its people? Diverse, to say the least. From Cuban, Haitian, and Dominican roots to South American and Caribbean cultures, Miami is a melting pot. In fact, out of its 464,655 residents, a remarkable 71.8% identify as Hispanic. More than 70% of Miami's population speaks a language other than English, making it one of the most multilingual and multicultural cities in the United States. In Miami, Spanish is more commonly heard than English. You'll notice it the moment you walk through the city's major neighborhoods. In fact, many people call Miami the capital of Latin America, even though, geographically, it's firmly within the United States. The city has long been a gateway and home to thousands of immigrants from Latin America and the Caribbean, especially from Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Venezuela. These communities have brought their rich traditions, blending them into Miami's existing culture and reinforcing its strong Latin identity. Cuban influence is visible everywhere, from cafes serving cafecito, a strong, sweet Cuban espresso, to the famous Cuban sandwich stacked with roast pork and melted cheese. Food is the most flavorful expression of culture here. Not far away, you'll find empanadas, crispy fried pastries stuffed with everything from meat to cheese, sold on nearly every corner. But these dishes are more than just meals. They're cultural stories told through taste, passed down from generation to generation. Latin culture in Miami goes far beyond food or language. It defines the city's rhythm. From the salsa beats that fill the air, to festivals like Carnival Miami that celebrate diversity and community spirit, Latin heritage isn't just a part of life here, it is life. But Miami isn't just about Latin flavor and Spanish language. The city is also famous for something undeniably iconic: its beaches. Picture endless stretches of white sand, shimmering turquoise waters, and skies so clear they feel like a permanent summer postcard. This is Miami Beach, a global icon that draws millions of visitors every year from all corners of the world. Along Ocean Drive, pastel-colored Art Deco buildings stand tall and elegant, providing a perfect backdrop for selfies, travel photos, and influencer reels. But this strip isn't just a tourist trap, it's living architectural history. These tropical gems, built during the 1920s to 1940s, still define the visual identity of the city today. For locals, the beach isn't a destination, it's a way of life. Early in the morning, joggers fill the sidewalks, greeting the sunrise. Others gather for beach yoga, feet buried in the warm sand. In Miami, fitness and beach bodies are more than trends, they're a lifestyle. There may be no other American city more obsessed with looking good than this one. As the sun climbs higher, the vibe shifts. Locals and tourists alike zip across the waves on jet skis and paddleboards, or lounge under umbrellas sipping tropical drinks. And when night falls, it's time for the legendary beach parties, many of which last until the early hours of the morning. If you had to sum up Miami in one sentence, it would be this: outdoor living isn't optional, it's part of who they are. The sun, the sea, and that tropical energy become an addiction few ever want to leave behind. Step into South Beach, and it feels like the world changes. Classic cars and sleek sports vehicles cruise along Ocean Drive, while crowds of sun-drenched visitors pack the sidewalks. Every inch of this part of the city radiates luxury. From high-end designer boutiques to upscale restaurants serving gourmet dishes. Further inland, areas like Brickell and Coral Gables showcase stunning skyscrapers, home to top executives and billionaires. Private yachts line the waterfront, and sprawling mansions with infinity pools overlooking the ocean stand as bold statements of wealth and status. Miami is also a favorite playground for celebrities and influencers. Each year, the city hosts elite events like Art Basel, a global art fair that draws collectors and world-renowned artists alike. Then there's Miami Swim Week, a magnet for fashion designers and style lovers from around the globe. Here, nightlife isn't just entertainment, it's a ritual. High-end nightclubs are packed with stylish crowds dancing until dawn, as international DJs light up the scene with booming house and hip-hop beats. This is the Miami that never sleeps, where big dreams and luxury lifestyles merge in one dazzling display of wealth and allure. But behind the glitz, Miami hides a reality that's far from glamorous. Crime, poverty, and a growing housing crisis remain deeply woven into the city's pulse. Recent statistics paint a troubling picture. Miami still wrestles with high crime rates, especially in categories like homicide, armed robbery, and car theft. The 2023 crime index hit 283, a 73% increase from 2022. According to the Miami Police Department, from January to April 2025 alone, there were 19 homicides, 260 robberies, and over 800 vehicle thefts. Neighborhoods like Overtown, Liberty City, and Little Haiti are known as red zones, places where the sound of police sirens is more common than crashing waves. While initiatives like community policing and neighborhood watch are being rolled out to rebuild trust between residents and law enforcement, the progress is slow and uneven. The city's inequality is impossible to ignore. On one side, Brickell flaunts gleaming glass towers and rooftop pools. On the other, migrant workers and longtime locals cram into overpriced apartments, squeezed by gentrification and soaring rent. Many end up displaced, or worse, homeless, in a city that's often sold as a tropical paradise. Immigrants from Cuba, Haiti, and other parts of Latin America work day and night, from restaurant kitchens to construction sites and janitorial jobs. Many of them push through exhausting shifts, only to still fall short of covering basic needs. In Miami, poverty isn't just about income, it's about unequal opportunity. The darker side of Miami isn't only about social inequality. Each year, tropical storms force thousands to evacuate. But the most terrifying threat is the one that can't be escaped: rising sea levels caused by climate change. Seasonal flooding is now routine. In low-lying neighborhoods like Little Haiti, seawater often bubbles up through storm drains, flooding tightly packed homes. The city is building new canals and pumps, but time is not on its side. Still, even under that pressure, immigrant communities endure. In Little Havana, Cuban residents keep their heritage alive through salsa music, games of dominoes in the park, and murals honoring revolutionaries. In Little Haiti, the scent of spice and the sound of Haitian compa fill the air, a reminder that culture cannot be erased by gentrification. For them, Miami isn't just a place to live, it's a battleground for survival, for dignity, and for the right to stay true to who they are. So what can we say about life in Miami? Agree or not, Miami is a city of contradictions. To some, it's a tropical paradise. To others, it's a daily struggle. For many, Miami is a living dream: beaches, parties, wealth, and sunshine that never ends. But for others, it's harsh reality: unaffordable housing, endless labor, and identities under constant pressure from change. And that's the paradox of Miami. It's not just a destination, it's a city in transition, between rich and poor, between tourists and locals, between bold dreams and bitter truth. The postcards may show sand and sunsets, but behind that glossy image lies a longer story, one of struggle, hope, and cultural pride that refuses to fade. Miami is a city of 1,000 faces, and to truly understand it, you have to look beyond the beauty.